I was just kind of blindsided, like, what?
I'm human, so like you get tired. She lived in my house for 10 months, and I was like, I'm not welcomed in her house.
I can see why that would feel a hurtful thing.
It's exhausting.
Like, I feel like I've been the only one putting forth effort.
You know, it's almost like losing someone.
I didn't know what to do in this situation. So I'm a mom of 2 kids, and I have a 3.5-year-old and a 12-month-old, and I'm currently going through a divorce.
I am from Brazil. I just moved to LA 4 years ago. I'm a fashion designer, and I'm single. We met 10 years ago. Megan went to Brazil for a missions trip, and I was one of the translators for them. And when I met her, we instantly clicked. I asked her, so where are you staying? She said, I have no idea. And I was like, okay, I gotta be her friend. She's crazy like me.
I had traveled backpack through Europe and stayed in hostels, so I just thought, I'm gonna do that here. And I remember telling Nayana that and some of the other Brazilians, and they were like, what? Like, that is totally unsafe. No, you stay in our house. Like, we are gonna take care of you. They instantly adopted me as a daughter. It was really sweet.
As we get started too, it's helpful for me to hear what you'd like to get out of today.
I think it would be great for us to understand each other better because we met each other when we were like at the same stage of life kind of thing. But she's older, so after a few years, she started to live all these other experiences. And I started to live other experiences as well that were so different. And now I feel like we're learning how to be present in each other's lives, even though everything changed.
I think one other thing is just to have more communication. The communication thing has been just a challenge in navigating like the changes in our relationship. So this is a time where like my kids are with a babysitter. I'm totally focused on Nayana. She's like a sister to me, so I feel like it's worth just the investment of talking more about some of the challenges we've had.
What have become some of the challenges in your relationship?
Yeah, I think just for me, like just the lack of compassion for where I'm at as a mom of really little kids that take every ounce of energy that I have to care for, and I just don't have a lot of mental space a lot of the times left over for things that aren't like immediate.
How much time were you sort of not living in the same country or state, or and between that and when you met your husband?
It was within a year that I left Brazil and met Willie.
So a lot of your friendship, though,
But then she went back to
has
Brazil.
been sort of not face to face, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you sort of make that work for you?
I think that in the beginning we did a lot of FaceTime, right? When we were together 24/7 back home in Brazil, we were just like sharing our dreams to each other. I had the dream of moving to LA. I moved here to LA and I spent 2 years here, and she was in San Diego and she never came to see me. And I told her, I was like, that really hurt me because I shared this dream with you for such a long time. And I don't know, it just sucked to be living those dreams and not have that person that dreamed with you and that really believed in you present in that moment. I understand falling in love with someone, getting married, having kids, and like going through divorce. But it's just hard. It's almost like losing someone.
I think for me, when I separated from my husband, I really wanted Nayana to come down and stay with me like for a weekend. And I just remember talking to you about it and hearing from her. She was like, well, honestly, like I feel like I've been the only one putting forth effort in the relationship, and I don't feel like coming down to San Diego because you've never come up to see me once. And to me, that hurt me because I was in like my own whirlwind of pain, and then I had an expectation for her, and I was just kind of blindsided, like, what? Because to me, I've just been so like consumed with motherhood, and then on top of that, like my marriage problems. So I wasn't aware of that loss that she was feeling, and I thought we could just pick back up where we left off, but things had had shifted.
When they moved to San Diego, I would go to San Diego to see her, and then her husband didn't want me to stay at their place.
Okay.
And that was really hurtful because she lived in my house for 10 months. And she was my sister, and I was like, I'm not welcomed in her house because of her husband. I think I went like 4 times, and then I just didn't want to go anymore.
It was uncomfortable for me because they have the same personality type. So I noticed they kind of butt heads.
But I don't remember doing anything to really, for us to, you know.
I didn't know what to do in this situation.
Can see why that would feel a hurtful thing, just even sort of the lack of reciprocity in sort of you being in her home for 10 months and then the reverse, you know, overnight or a weekend not happening.
I can totally understand how that would be hurtful, so I want to validate that that was hard for you.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I have such a strong personality, like an opinion, that I think I would have been more firm with my husband. I'd be like, hey, so this is my family. But I can't expect you to treat someone like I would, you know?
You know, I wonder if, Nayana, from here moving forward, what is it that you would like from her?
I would love for us to just be more present, you know, in each other's lives. I have no idea what that would look like for your reality, because I know now you have 2 kids, but that's my dream.
Well, and
like I
that's,
can do
I
that.
want to really get this precise. Like, let's unpack this. What does it mean to be present for you?
Call,
Yeah.
text, DMs, FaceTime, every 2 weeks would be nice.
Yeah. Does that feel
real
doable?
specific. Talking on the phone is harder unless I do it when the kids are asleep or I'm driving. It just is.
But it
'cause
works
they're,
when
like,
you're driving.
Distracting,
You
yeah.
have good conversations.
Well, now you're not working full time, so
Yeah,
we could
that
talk more during the
helps.
day.
Yeah,
So
let's
that's
do that.
awesome.
Well, and in the meantime, what is it that you would like?
More acceptance for where I am right now, just not being
Mm-hmm.
able to come up to LA. It's just always a huge ordeal for me to get up here and then get back, and it'll probably set me back like a few days, just because I have such limited energy to put out, like the energy to drive up here and then drive back, and it'll probably set me back like a few days. I'll probably just be like, whoa, you know, have to really take care of myself. And I guess I just want like understanding for that.
Definitely, I can be more compassionate. It's just because I'm human. So, like, you get tired, you know, and it's been like that for so many years, you know, that it's just like,
Like pre-kids even, huh? Yeah.
so it's exhausting, you know.
And, you know, a lot of what helps relationships to build and sustain the ups and downs and the changes in life is these kinds of expressions of empathy, which you did so well. And, you know, it's sort of like recognizing how we can do things better, right? And I'm wondering if there's anything like that for you, Megan, that you can express to Nayana in the same kind of way.
Yeah, I think this has made me realize just how hurtful it was for you when I didn't invite you to come stay with me, and I totally understand how that would be hurtful. So I want to work on just redefining what our friendship looks like now with how our lives are now.
I want to keep fighting for our friendship.
Yeah. Me too. If
Obviously.
only we could live with our parents forever and play all day on the beaches of Brazil. Not have to pay bills or take care of anyone.
Seriously, why is this so hard? Oh my God.
I know, and that's why I think when I was going through the divorce, I was like, I just want Nayana because I want to like go back to that happy place.
Yeah. What is it that you kind of take away from today?
I think that for me, definitely having more patience, more compassion, and communicating, trying to find like the middle, you know, where we can meet in the middle.
Yeah, I think the same thing. Just I can totally do the things that Nayana was talking about to be more in touch, like messaging or talking on the phone when I'm driving.
Well, it's a pleasure meeting with you both. I'm really hopeful that you'll be able to take some of the things that, again, that you're speaking about, right? In terms of putting more consistent energy and presence into the friendship and continuing to enjoy what you love about each other.
I just love you so much.